We have done a lot. We are in constant touch with the police, the army, and all other security agencies in the state to guarantee your security. It is not just your own personal security, even your various call lodges. We've circulated them among all the security agencies so that they patrol around there and ensure that you are safe and secure. In terms of your welfare, all of you taking part, you know that you are entitled to a token. We are now using that. We are now using that token, that allowance, to be a measure of the sacrifice you are going to put in on that day. We are just giving you that to tell you that we appreciate you. I want to state here categorically that INEC has approved, has released a sum of 11,000 naira per core member for this election. So for all of you that are going to take part, you are going to collect a sum of 11,000 naira. Now in the past, this money is paid after the election. But we are aware, we are conscious of the fact that on the election day, some of you need to take along something to eat. We are also mindful of the fact that some of you will need to transport yourself to the local government headquarters before the election, and after the elections to transport yourself back from the headquarters back home. So we have just put heads together. There is going to be a slight deviation from the past. I have directed now that before 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, you will be credited with 5,000 naira in your account. Audience. As we are here now, the accountant is already moving around to effect that. So I'm very convinced that all of you will get that sum of 5,000 as early as possible tomorrow. But where some of you, especially those of you who use funny banks, who use community banks, those of you who use Nnewi community banks, Inyekiti community bank, if it's delayed, it's not because we have not paid. That instruction is being complied with now. Now, we will have paid you everything, but we are told that in the past we have cases where not all the core members turn out. But I want to assure you that latest by Tuesday next week, you will get the balance 6,000 naira. The reason is that I don't want table payment. Money should go directly to your account. Is there anybody here who does not have an account with NYSC? So they will deal with your account. But now, for those of you who are ICT compliant, you must have seen on our website that there are 2 numbers which I've deliberately put on that site for any core member in the country to reach me. Those of you who are not ICT compliant, I'm sure you've known about that. Those numbers are there on our website. If by Wednesday next week you have not received your alert, call me on those, send me a text on those numbers, and I'm going to act accordingly. For those of you who don't know how to use internet, I will read those numbers to you now. Are you ready? Are you pressing it in your phones now, or you want to write down? Okay. The first number 070 13 47 54 81. Did you get that? The second number 090 35 22 79 92. Do you have that? For those of you who are slow writers like me, collect it from those who have gotten it. I must also emphasize that for those who will not take part, who will just get money in their account and refuse to come out and refuse to take part in that election, you are not passing out next week. If that money is credited to your account and you refuse to come out and take part, that money will be deducted from your alawi. Is that agreed? These are very good boys and girls. Good. Now, to also reassure you, as I leave this arena in the next few minutes, I'm also paying visit to all the heads of security agencies in Ekiti. One thing I've been telling them, and which I want to drum to everybody in Ekiti State, is that your parents handed you all over to me, to the NYSC, alive. And it is we have resolved that the way your parents have handed you over to us, we are going to hand you over back to them at the end of your service. So I'm seizing this opportunity to call on politicians in the Ekiti State to please talk to their supporters. Just like you have Ekiti indigenes serving elsewhere in the country, that's how these beautiful and handsome looking corps members have been posted from other states to serve here. I want to seize this opportunity, the press is here, to please advise and plead with politicians in the state to warn their supporters not to offer any form of violence to these corps members. I want to repeat it again. Politicians in this state are please advised to warn their supporters not to offer violence to any of these corps members. Lastly, because of the importance of this exercise, I've deployed one of my directors, the Director Corps Welfare. He's right here. He's going to address you more once I leave. It is because of the importance we have attached to this exercise. On that note, I want to wish you all a very good election, believing that you are going to conduct yourself like good children, like in the universities where you graduated from. Those who are not just only worthy in what? Not only in learning, but in also what? In what? Good. So I want to wish you all the best, and I want to hear good news from you after the election. Thank you.
Gentlemen, come let us give the